Ladies and gentlemen, before we start the show, seeing as how we're us, we completely forgot to shout out the patrons at the end of this one. So we're going to put it in the beginning. You know, it's pretty on brand for us. As far as the patrons go, shout out to John, shout out to Ryan, shout out to Anna, shout out to CLD, shout out to Frankie, shout out to Lucas. We appreciate you more than you know. You are literally funding the show. Like, you're helping us a lot behind the scenes. And we appreciate you. And part of your tier was to get a shout out. And here's the shout out, even though we would have shouted you out anyway. But I digress. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Gracias. Thanks again. And on to the show.
Bottom, boom.
Recording in progress.
Same on my end. Hell yeah. It's going to be a nice quiet episode too, because I don't have a 3D print going. I'm letting the machine rest for a while. Just like take a nice break.
Bedtime, it's downtime.
Yeah, it's been printing like for a solid 2 weeks now, because I'm doing that big ship from Star Wars. So I was just like, I'm going to let this like relax for a bit. Not that it really needs to, because it doesn't have to, but I was just like, yeah, you know, I'm tired of sleeping every night with just the sound of all night, you know. So now I get to sleep in silence. Yeah, it's nice, but yeah,
you're gonna get like you too used to it, and then you're not gonna be able to sleep without it.
I know, right? It's like my white noise machine now.
Exactly.
Honestly, it gets to that point because like it was funny. I remember before I even bought any printers, and I just got the resin one. People were like, "Oh man, it's gonna keep you up at night." Like the smell of it, because the resin has a smell, and like I just got used to it because it's not like toxic; it just smells.
Right.
And like I would just crack my window, it would let it out subtly. I would close my door so it wouldn't leak into the house and affect anyone else, so they wouldn't have any reason to complain. And then I would just wake up in the morning, be like perfectly fine. Walk out there, be good, open my door, it'll just like out the door, you know, big deal. But yeah, man, it's my new sleeping device, I guess. But yeah,
the smell from it like infects you and somehow turns you into a 3D printer. You just wake up one day and you're like,
we're all 3D printers.
What, we
go to Taco Bell enough times, dude. You're a 3D printer.
We all 3D print one thing in one room on one device in our house.
Hey man, lots of stringing, you know. That's the 3D printing people will appreciate that. People who have no idea, like, oh, what the fuck?
You take it out and you paint it and you make it what you want.
Jesus Christ. Hell yeah. No, man, but I've been working on that like a lot. I put this shit on there. It's like this pink goop. And I guess it's called like wood filler. And like you put it on and it's pink and gross and it smells gross. And then it just dries over time and turns like this weird like khaki color, and it's solid. So then you sand it and then you can sand it smooth. So like I have pretty much the whole thing built right now, except for the two wings that aren't attached yet. And then just the tail piece. And then I have to do the cockpit, but those are all small parts. So I'll do those on the resin printer because easier to do. Right. But it's coming together, man. It's coming together. It's going to be a big boy.
You're an animal. You're a 3D printing dynamo.
Dude, listen, I'm 3D printing. I'm sculpting again now. I'm doing all the shit. So how about you? How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Better than last week?
Yes, because it's not the day before. It's not 10 o'clock.
That is true. Yeah, man.
I'm chilling though. I this weekend actually didn't do much. Which felt good to like just to rest.
You need that sometimes, you know.
Tell me about it. I need it all the time.
I feel that.
But that felt good to do.
Nice.
So other than that,
living life, living like Larry, you know.
That's my boy, Larry. Living like him no matter the day. No matter the pay,
And here it
I'm living
goes.
my way. Just like Larry, put the accent over the end of the name, but remember the name, because Larry is his claim to fame. Live like him. I sit like him, even though I don't know him, but I'm about to show him, y'all, who I am. A&T, yeah, that's me. Y'all wanted this freestyle, so I'm here in the meanwhile to give it to you. I spit it through you, not through you, but for you. Hit the mic, my bad. But I'm here. Not sad, but happy. Like Cappy from Odyssey. That's Mario. Back to video games. Y'all some video lames. I come through and I'm stealing your change like a thief in the night. Got 75 cents from your jeans that was tight. Not that I was checking you out. I'm just here to start decking you out, punching you like the clock when I sign out of work. I make your girl come over and twerk. My wife wouldn't like that though. So no, never mind. Forget that other line. I gets green like a pine tree. I listen.
Tree.
You stay stinking. I stay thinking.
Tree.
Shut up. You think you the shit? That's big cap like Abe Lincoln. Oh shit. Big cap
Tree.
Abe Lincoln. Shut up.
I can't get over the tree, man. Not a single rhyme after that matters because of the tree.
Listen, I had to bring it in.
Oh shit. I feel like whenever we do digitals, this is gonna
like
be it.
Abe Lincoln on the 1 cent penny. I'm gonna eat at Denny's when I get a waitress named Jenny deliver my pancakes. She like, man, wait. I'm like, no, I'm hungry. Give me my breakfast. And after we done, I'm gonna put up my set list of my podcast episodes. Let's go, like Mario say. Back to the Mario, like a Canadian.
Chris Pratt is Mario.
Yay, said no one.
I feel like that's just going to be like something that leads back in every single freestyle that happens. By the way, just so you know, Chris Pratt is Mario. We're going to keep reminding you in this freestyle section, because if you forget, this is where you come back to remember. Oh, man.
Chris Pratt, like, where your bitch at? Come here, get them. I had to say it. Get them tits smacked. For some reason, it just rhymed. Had to say it. Had to play it in a boom box. I'm in a room. Nah, I ain't got nothing.
Not wearing any socks.
Yeah, that was too long though. It wouldn't have fit. I needed a one word ending to that bar, and I didn't have it. Well, they all can be winners, but they can be chicken dinners.
Jesus
winner,
Christ.
Winner, chicken dinner. PUBG. I must be the guy you must see TV like NBC in the 90s.
Got that NGPs?
You NGPs, y'all can find me on the Discord, buy our merch, and let it hit the floor after you wear it. When you put it in the line.
After you wear it. Little asterisk there. I like that. It's like in the little booklet on the CD. There's a little asterisk. See footnotes.
Exactly. Listen, man. I might have to start moving the raps to Patreon, man. They're getting too good. This is better than
I'm about to say, man. As of this point, we gotta just, actually do some sort of rap thing for the channel.
I know.
But here we are.
What was that challenge that we were talking about in the Discord? The rap challenge from I think it was from G4.
I do not remember. Oh, the fucking.
Oh, the Space Jam DVD thing.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, It's like the TikTok thing. Like it's like a big fad right now where like some person will have a line in a song. They'd be like, now it's your turn. And then like
it's a million
you drop in or whatever. But the Space Jam DVD is the clutchest, best thing that exists from that. It's funny because the person who did that, like his video went viral, which then caused Around the Net to watch it, which then caused G4's in between like commercial time, the like the mannequin Drunk Old Ted to just be like, do the Space Jam. I play it on our stream because I just think it's funny as shit. And like, it's a good time. Plus playing that right before playing our theme song, it's funny because I think they're the same BPM, ironically. So like it kind of
magic happens.
It just transitions really well. It's just like Space Jam DVD, Space Jam DVD, and then it just cuts right into it. I'm like,
I have to do an official mashup at some point.
Hell yeah. You should do our theme song, but with Space Jam DVD.
Exactly. Damn DVD, Space Jam DVD, Space Jam DVD.
It's got to happen now, sadly. But yeah. Are we ready to start this short show? Because this will be a short show unless there's any breaking news in the later of the week.
True. And knowing our luck in the industry,
there will be.
Could be.
Yeah. Or we could just get really lucky and nothing new will happen. And then we can go back to recording on Sundays. So then we won't miss anything next week for next week's episode.
A headline that literally says, in the wake of the early recording of the Save Before Quitting podcast, here are 10 headlines.
Sony goes to the moon.
Like, fuck. Gotta report that.
Yeah, like if we don't, then what the fuck are we? But
do we do that? There's a huge difference between when we do it on Sunday to the cut-in of like the new one, because the cut-in always has us like, ugh, all right, so this is what happened.
We just sound broken and defeated. Like, yeah, this is going to be much more work that we have to do. It's in the middle of the week. We want to die. It's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it's time to get started.
Let's get started. Space Jam.
In here.
Space Jam DVD. Space Jam DVD. Space Jam.
Might have to do that for the video version and like edit that together.
I tried to do it and fade my own voice so that it would fade into the actual theme song.
That'd be nice.
But I wasn't thinking of the BPM, so I hope I'm not doing it too fast. I don't know, I have to try and make it work.
You could retime that shit. It's fine. You got this. I believe in you.
Yeah, I got it. I'll figure it out.
And if not, fuck it. We'll just record it live. Well, fuck it, we're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
All right. I think is it me this week? Am I the shill?
Yes, you're the man this week.
I am the shill. Get ready to take this pill. Anyway,
don't start. Don't get me started.
Don't get me started again. The intro's over.
It's too real. Take this pill and you're gonna be shilling our wares.
Yes. That's what I will be doing. Welcome and level up gamers to the Save Before Quitting podcast. As always, I'm joined by my lovely co-host.
I'm lovely Ant. Hello.
There he is. Change your Twitter handle to that, thank you, please. Nope. And I'm Chris. And every single week, you guys can join us here where we talk about video games and pretty much anything we feel like, but, you know, mostly the first thing. And then, as of the last two episodes, rapping. But you can follow us I don't think you should because it's pretty good. You can follow us at the letter save. Fuck the me.
The
letter save is the biggest color in the alphabet.
There's colors in the alphabet now,
and it's large. Anyway, you can follow us.
Not the question I asked.
You can follow us at save letter B the number 4 quitting over on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. That is
Good old titty.
That. What's on it? It's over there. It's over here. There.
Yes.
Yes. Which you can also go to our merch store, savebeforequitting fully spelled out.com. And there's a limited time merch option for you guys that is pretty much got like a week or so left, I think. By the time this comes out, I think maybe. I don't know how numbers work, as we all know this. But it's the Titty Gang shirt. If you are a member of the Titty Gang following us on all platforms, then you might want to pick that up. We already got a couple people posting it in our Discord. Anna's got a keychain. CLD got his t-shirt today, and Lucas already posted his. I think, did he get a regular t-shirt or did he get a tank top? I don't remember.
I thought it was a t-shirt.
Yeah, it was a t-shirt because I didn't make a tank top version. I'm just used to seeing Lucas in a tank top because like whenever I see him outside of work, no, that's his default like shirt option. Like we'll go over to play D&D, tank top. We'll go over to Nicole's place to watch Ghibli movies yesterday. Guess what? Tank top. I'm like, it's snowing. He's like, tank top.
I see him in the shower, tank top.
I don't know about that much, but here we are. It was funny one day. We were getting ready to play D&D on Discord, and I don't think he had a shirt on yet and he didn't have his camera on, I don't think. He's like, I should probably put my shirt on before Frankie gets in the chat. I'm like, yeah, because we've all seen that because he's just like, hey, look at this, because it's Lucas. But I was like, yeah, you might not want to do that to Frankie on his first D&D gameplay.
Got to ease him into it.
Yeah, you got to ease it in, like do a nipple or two every once in a while, like on a natural one or something. But like other than that, you can't hit him too hard over the head with the titties.
Don't hit him in the head with this is going to be that kind of episode.
T-shirt in the store. Titty Gang.
Nice. Full circle.
Yes, there is. But yeah, besides that, you could also go over our Patreon, patreon.com/save-the-letter-B-before-quitting, in which you get an additional 2 podcasts per month over there. We've already got the first episode of this month out. The title is White Boy No Onions. So if
it'll all make sense if you listen to it.
If that coaxes you to go join, I think it should. Go check it out. $5 tier gets you the podcast. Anything lower than that, you just get like the general love and support from us and thanking you for existing. But $5 and up, if you donate anything like that on a monthly basis, you get those extra episodes and the backlog of episodes as well. So yeah, that's all the shilling.
All the shilling we need.
You can also email us, but like nobody really does that anymore because we have the Discord and it's just so much easier. So like, say before quitting fully spelled out at gmail.com if you'd like to. Yeah. But join the Discord. That's easier.
Or if you have anybody want to sponsor us, go ahead.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That email.
Hell yeah. Sponsor us. I'll reach out to Dubby or something and see if they want to sponsor. I feel like they would just because whatever. But we don't need we don't want to step on toes. Moving forward, what did you play this week?
What did I play? More Horizon.
Nice.
So just waddling my way through that game whenever I get a spare hour or two. I played something else. Oh, I downloaded the Triangle Strategy demo.
Dude, Lucas was playing that yesterday and he seemed to very much enjoy it. He was very vocal about the things that were happening in it.
And then he bought it today.
Yeah, he did. So I guess it's good. It's like a RPG?
It's a tactics RPG, yeah.
Okay.
It's from what I played in the demo, I like it. I think it moves a little. It's a lot of dialogue. It moves kind of slow. I mean, I expect that from an RPG, especially a JRPG. I don't think I liked it enough to purchase it. It seems like a game that's very long, and like the fights take a while. Like I think I finished the fight in like a half hour.
Damn.
I mean, I'm sure if somebody's better at those type of games, they know how to streamline it. Like I'm learning the mechanics of this specific tactics game while also trying to be confident in this fight. So you got to move your players like a chess game. You got to move your players to a certain point, attack. Like their direction on the map like means different things. Like if somebody attacks you from the back, it's a critical hit.
Yeah.
If you're above someone in attack, it's more damage.
It's like the thing from Horizon, the chess thing that they have in there.
Yes. Yeah. It's that pretty much. Just blown out, but it's not bad though. For that game, it's good. I just don't think personally I would invest my time in it.
Gotcha.
At where I'm at now, if I just had all the time in the world, I might just kick back and this would be like my portable game to play on the couch. Mm-hmm. It's definitely that game. I wouldn't even care to put this on the TV.
Damn. GG.
But that's kind of a compliment to it. I think that's kind of what it's for. I would love to just kick back and play that game. To just sit back and just.
Hell yeah.
I think it works better just playing it portably. But I think it's good. Right. And people who are very into the tactics JRPG will love it. So I still think it's a good game. I think Lucas was right in his review.
It was funny because we were watching Studio Ghibli movies, or Ghibli, or however you say it, and we would just be watching the movie and nothing would be happening that was exciting, and he'd be like, "Oh shit!" out of nowhere, and I was like, "What did I miss?
What happened
in this movie? What happened?"
Looking right at it.
Yeah, I was looking at this movie, and nothing happened. But Lucas seems to be excited, and then I see that he's looking at his game. I'm like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. It got to a point where I was like, you would hear like an oh shit or like something happen, and then I would be like, okay, that was the game. It's fine. It's the game. But it sounded like it was good. It's definitely not a game that I probably will pick up.
Yeah, so I will say it's definitely not a Chris game.
Yeah, I'm not
you would like it.
Not a tactics guy. I'm a fucking spam buttons and shoot people guy. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
I'm a
literally gamer. Yes. with the games that I played this week.
I want to attack my controller and attack the people on the screen.
Factually, yes. God damn. Is that all you got this week?
That is all I played.
Nice. But similarly to you, I also played Horizon. I actually finished Horizon. Mm-hmm. I don't want to say how I feel about it per se. Let's just say I love the game. I'm still not 100% sold on how much I loved the ending personally, just because I thought it was very easy. Mm-hmm. And that might just be my experience. Like I might have just gotten very lucky with the final fight pretty much, because every game has a final boss fight. I might have just gotten extremely lucky, straight up.
Right.
But it didn't feel that satisfying when I got to the end and I beat it personally. I'm going to go back and play it again because there's a problem that happened that I found out once I beat it. So in the original Horizon game, once you beat the final boss, it takes you to prior to when, you fought the boss because, you got side quests and shit. It don't do that in this Horizon. And let's just say a couple of the side missions that are like sometimes you have to like wait for them to like be ready or whatever.
Right.
And you have to like go do other side quests in the meantime. Some of the side quests get permanently locked after the game is finished.
That's no good.
Whether the character's just not there anymore, the character like went somewhere, or it's just like they're in a different spot. Like it's like specifically the one that I needed to get is like I had to go to a character in a specific location and they weren't at that location anymore on the map. Mm-hmm. But the side quest requires the character to be in that spot.
Right.
But since they're not in that spot, I can't activate the final part of the quest, so it's pretty much unfinishable. Luckily, I did make a external save file, so I have 2, and I'm gonna go back and just like do all side quests entirely. And, like,
gotcha.
Not necessarily platinum it. I might try maybe, but
you're not aiming to platinum it, but if it happens, it happens.
It's one of those things where it's like I wouldn't mind platinuming this game, but at the same time, it just depends on the trophies, and I need to like really look at them and be like, what is it that you're actually asking of me? Because some games where it's like some fucking impossible trophies, I just really don't want to take the time to like go beat the game on hard difficulty and play the whole thing again. I don't want to do that. But if it's just like do things on the map and like maybe 1 or 2 hidden trophies that are like find this thing or do this thing that's like whatever, sure, I'll do that, but we'll see. Other than that, I did get back into Apex this week a little bit.
Okay.
That new game mode doesn't exist anymore. It came out with this season. I thought it was a permanent game mode. Turns out, no.
What game mode is this?
This was a 6v6 game mode that was it was pretty much domination.
Right.
And there was 3 points, and you would just have to hold the points while constantly respawning. Apparently, it was a limited time event. Did not know that. I thought it was a permanent game mode because the game doesn't really have like a infinite respawn system game mode yet. It's just got the arenas and battle royale. So I thought this was like a permanent thing. It's not. So that kind of sucks, but got back into it, playing pretty well. I even put it in the Discord one day and I was like, your boy is back, because I dropped like 11 kills and like I did pretty fucking well. Right. Let's just say that. And I've been playing with Ryan and Lucas as well. Haven't played with the Haptic guys because Josh is fully retired from the game, he says. So
he's officially done.
Yes, whenever it's brought up now, he just immediately says bad game. Like that's his only response to it. And like I can't blame him for the experience that we've had the last time we played. Right. So it's fine. And then Brett, he hasn't been on as much just because of the whole ban situation. Which never really got fully resolved, but he can still play, which doesn't really make sense. But those guys haven't really played, so I've been playing with Ryan and Lucas, which has been fun. We had like one bad night this week, which was fine. All the other nights were completely okay, and we did pretty well.
Right.
And then on Friday, I played a new game that just came out on Friday, WWE 2K22.
Nice.
Yeah, it's so far it's pretty good. It's ironic and it's kind of fun because of our video game fantasy league that we got going on that I'm in with a couple people from the SNNGP chat. SNNGP. Why does it say that on our Discord?
SNGP.
Why does it say that?
Let's find out.
I'm just realizing that now.
Because it's shortened. It's the shortened SB4Q nerdy gamer people.
Oh. Well, the Nerdy Gamer People Discord, the one that you should be joining if you don't know about it. We have a fantasy league, a couple of us that are in there, and I picked WWE as my yearly installment game to be like good, pretty much. And it was counterpicked by Trevor because he's like, those games always suck, which I rebutted with. This is before he fully picked it. I was like, they don't normally suck. They're normally an average game. They're a sports game, you know. The one that really sucked was 2K20, and because obviously the amount of stuff that was wrong with it, they took the break, and then this one is completely revamped, and it's getting a good score. So he's unfortunately lost points because he counterpicked it, which is fun, because haha, I told you. But it's all good.
Who's laughing now?
That exactly that, but at the same time it's all in good fun, so I'm just like it's fine. I'm not making that big of a deal of it, but I also like kind of I put like the stream link on Friday. I was like, hey, if you want to see how good the game is, check out the stream on Friday, and kind of teased him a bit, but nothing crazy. But it's fun. I played a couple matches on stream. Unfortunately, I had to turn off the music, which is like 80% of the reason why it's fun, because the entrances, but I digress. I've been playing a little bit today. I started the My Rise mode, which is like the story mode, and it's very cool so far. You start off in like the developmental system. There's like a bunch of different like side quests you can do, and you can choose what you want to do by either just talking to people in the performance center or using social media. So like you could either talk to like a coach and like he'll be like, hey, we're gonna get you in this practice match, go do that. Or you could go on your social media and like one of like the women wrestlers that are on the main roster will be like, I'm going to the performance center this week. Maybe I should see if I can get a match in with one of these new trainees. And then I'm like, well, if you want a match, I could be your partner. We could do a mixed tag match. And then she's like, yeah, let's do it. Like, and then you just go into that match and there's your side quest right there from the social media.
That's dope.
Yeah. The coolest one so far has been, you remember Kane, the big red monster?
Yeah.
In like the late 2010s, I believe, or early 2010s, he switched from being like Kane, and then he became corporate Kane. Like he wore like a suit and shit. Yeah. And he's also a mayor now, like as a human being. Like he's the mayor.
The person is a mayor.
Yeah. Okay. He's the mayor of like Knox County or something. So I got drafted to Raw because I won every match because it's not the hardest game in the world to play. And fucking, I'm on social media and I start shit talking Kane. And I'm like, yo, fuck you. Knox County sucks dick pretty much on social media. And then I jump him backstage. So I'm fighting Kane in his suit and tie backstage. I knock him out using a shovel. And then I have my normal match. I go out with my normal match for Raw. I do pretty good. I win the match, and then as I win, the lights go out, and then Kane, the red monster, comes out and choke slams me. And now I have a program with Kane, and I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. And then I have a match with Kane, and then as I'm fighting Kane, I beat his ass. Lights go out. Fucking Undertaker shows up.
I was wondering when he was going to show up now,
and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, I'm just because I'm doing good, I go straight to the Undertaker and Kane. So now once we're done here, at some point I'm gonna go back and I have to do a tag team match against Kane and the Undertaker, and Randy Orton is my teammate because he's the legend killer. So he tweeted at me and was like, yo, I'm gonna team up with you because we gotta kill these legends. And I'm like, yeah, I got you, bro.
I love his motivation.
Yeah. So I was like, this is pretty cool. It's cool so far. I'm like, this is actually like fun. Like my only complaint is that I had to remake my character entirely for that. Like I couldn't just import it from like my creations. I had to remake the whole thing.
Right.
It was a 10 to 20 minute thing. So I already knew all of my settings that I had, but I was like, yeah, this is fine. And it's good. And I love this game. It's fun as fuck. Yeah. It's
given that description.
Yeah. So far it's really fun. I know CLD picked it up because I was hyping it up. I'm hoping that he likes it because I am really liking it so far, especially after Horizon, because like that's such a like big game,
big intensive, pay attention, be focused.
Yeah. And now I can just like do a couple matches, do some cool high flying moves if I want to, kick the Undertaker's ass, and then just if I want to, I can go and fucking do a ladder match for fun with some random people. I don't even have to use me anymore if I don't want to. And it's a nice change of pace where it's like I had the super serious games for a while, and now then I went to the fun games, then I went to Horizon, now I'm back to like more lackadaisical. Yeah. It's a nice pace right now for gaming, so I'm digging it. But yeah,
man, that's
I've been
great.
Playing.
That's a good pace to be at.
Hell yeah. Fuck it. Now we get into the news, which there isn't that much.
The news you can use. Let's save before quitting.
I didn't hear anything you said because I had to fix my hair.
It was nonsense. You're fine.
Sweet. But yeah, so far there's not been that much news since the last time we recorded was on a Wednesday.
Right.
And this is a Sunday. So that means there's like maybe like 3 or 4 news stories at the moment. If it seems like it's going to be a longer episode and you see the playhead is going on longer, that means something happened that past Chris and Ant don't know.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it at some point in this segment.
Future Chris and Ant is going to come in looking like a 180, like we got hit by a truck.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so this happened. We weren't prepared.
It's Wednesday. Kill us, please. But yeah, so what do we have in the news this week? Jesus Christ.
Hey, what was that? Was that some news?
That was a wrestling TikTok.
Okay. Let's see. First up, we have Super Nintendo World is opening in 2023 officially at Universal Studios Hollywood. Level up with the exclusive merch at the
They stole our thing.
They stole our shit.
They stole our shit. We should get free tickets from that.
Merch. We should. They're opening soon. I'm stuck on the level up with merch thing.
They stole our thing. That's really not the most original thing in gaming, but at the same time, it's our thing.
It is,
bitch.
Punch Universal Studios in the face.
That's cool though, man. I'm kind of sad because I'm going in April of this year.
Yeah, but so, you're going to Orlando. This is Hollywood.
True, but like at the same time, it's like I have options to go places, you know. I could have went there, but we're going here, you know. It's one of the, but it's fine. To be fair, I'll watch like every video that comes out of it because I'm very much a theme park dude, which we've discussed. go listen to the Patreon podcast, subscribe to the Patreon if you'd like to hear more about that. But theme parks are dope, and I'm looking for, if this is anything like the Japan one, I'm very curious to see, because that one's
Mario
cool.
Kart ride so bad.
Yeah. I love the interactivity in that one. I've seen like a couple like vlogs from people. There's like an area where it has like the 3 blocks, and you have to like try to punch the bottom of them and match up like the roulette of like the symbols and shit. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Like, it's so simple, but it's also like, that's pretty neat. I like it a lot.
They sat back and thought about what people would appreciate the most out of a Nintendo world.
100%. But I'm looking forward to it. I think that'll be a really cool thing to see. CLD did put SB4Q trip. Hey man, if we get some real money coming into this, maybe
we can do that.
but we'll see.
Who knows? That's 2023. A lot can change in a year.
True. Remember like, comment, and share.
Where I said a lot can change in a year, and let's see what happens.
Jesus Christ, you just lagged so bad for me.
What happened? What did I say?
You just said, remember that, but for you, it's going to be clear, to be fair. It's just going to look really funny on video where you're just like, for a second.
I'm going to repeat it again, and I'm going to edit it and replace all this with this part.
Or you could just do it doubly, because then you're just putting it out in the universe twice as much, doubling up like the condom.
Yes. What?
What
did you just say? What did you just say about
condoms?
Go on.
I didn't say... Go on.
All right, this is recorded. I'll find out.
Breaking kayfabe, man. You can't do that.
I said, remember this episode, so in a year, we see what actually happens. And I said, a lot can change in a year.
A lot can change in a year, and make sure you like, comment, and share this bitch around. So then maybe by then, they're asking us to come.
Right. It's in their best interest to have us in.
They stole our level up.
They did.
Thing.
No one was going up levels before we made this show.
Nobody.
No one.
Mario has just been jumping levels. He hasn't been going up levels or leveling up in any way possible.
At all. That's my recollection. Anyway.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, it looks cool. Can't wait to see more about that. Yeah. Next up, in the news, out of nowhere last week. This was on March 10th, which was Thursday, I think. I think it was Thursday. Overwatch 2 put out that the closed beta is coming soon. It's the PvP beta specifically. 5v5 new multiplayer experience with a new hero and the new game mode called Push, which it's pretty much like a payload-based one, kind of like the original version of Overwatch, but instead of it being a payload per side, like one person's attacking, one person's defending, you're doing both at the same time, and the cart is being pushed by a robot that like you need to stand around, who will then push the cart in both directions. So that's coming soon. You can opt in now on battlenets.com. And you can sign up for the beta. I've already done it just because like I want to play it, and I'm it's one of those things where it's like I know I stopped playing Overwatch for the reason that is Blizzard and all the shit that was going on, and then also just it just didn't feel right, I
understand.
And now with Overwatch 2 coming, finally, it's one of those things where it's like, is this the not necessarily a rebrand, but the relaunch that it's needed to reinvigorate the actual brand of Overwatch? And I'm hoping it is, just because I very much enjoy the competitive scene of Overwatch.
The timing tells me everything I need to know, because I feel like this news wouldn't have come if the acquisition didn't happen.
100%. I'd be surprised if Overwatch 2 even came out if the acquisition didn't happen. It's straight up. But here we are. So yeah, let's see what that's like coming soon. I think it's a couple months from now, I believe. I don't know the exact date because I just screenshotted the website straight up and then signed up as fast as I could. But yeah, I'm excited for that, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, but next up, it's the one I put in the general chat.
Oh wait, let me go back to that. Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you want me to head this up and then we can, or do you want to read it?
Head this up. You know more about this.
All right. I know some, to be fair. And with this some that I know, we're actually going to point you in a different direction at some point in this video. But there is obviously some shit going on in the world right now. We talked about it a little bit last week. Did we on the main podcast or was that on the Patreon? I can't remember.
I think it was the main.
Okay, but yeah, obviously
it was definitely the main.
Yeah, with what's going on with Russia and Ukraine, obviously there's a lot going on in Ukraine right now that's not great, and there's a lot of people that are struggling and being put in a terrible situation, to say the least. I'm trying to word it in a way that doesn't sound awful. But it's awful what's happening. There is currently a bundle of games that you can get online right now that is for a charity for the Ukraine. All the funds that are raised are going directly to two charities, I believe, that are on the website. Give me 1 second to read them out, just so we have it. All the proceeds are being split between the International Medical Corps and the Voices of Children, those two charities. And pretty much you get a total of 992 video games.
It's nuts.
Digitally for $10.
Yeah.
So
craziness. It's almost a penny a game. It's less than a penny a game.
Yeah. The regular value of all of these games put together is a total of $6,550. So while all of these games might not be, the AAA classics that you want, but they're all games that you could try out, download to your PCs or Macs, because there's some that's for Macs, some for Linux as well. If you want to check it out, it is only available till the end of the day today when the podcast comes out, I believe. The link is in our Discord. We did post it there on Sunday night. So if you want to scroll back in the general chat from there and check that out, or just go to their website, itch.io, and you can check it out there. But if you want more direct information on it, you can go over to Haptic Intel's channel. They did a whole video on their YouTube channel talking about it, just because Ukraine is where some of Josh's family has been. So he's definitely feeling this a little bit more than most people that we know at the moment. But much love going out to them. And if you want to support that, it's $10 for these games. You can add more, add less. If you just want to donate, you can do that. They've already raised way more than their goal already. Like, their goal was $5 million. They're past that at $5,011,000. So if you just want to add to that and help out a little bit more, go check that out.
Definitely.
And get some games to play. I know one of the games on there is Super Hot. If you haven't played that yet, that's a great game. But there's literally 34 pages to scroll through of video games that are from indies to big games like Super Hot that you can check out. So go check that out.
Yeah, also,
I guess link in the bio.
Think if people who are getting link in the bio for the for this.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it'll only be active till the end of the day, but yeah.
Or join our Discord and find a link.
Do that.
Hit one of us up. We'll send you the link.
Yes.
If you're like me, I'm looking at this as like, maybe I get this and now I just have 1,000 games, or somewhere around 1,000 games I'm quite possibly put on my Steam Deck.
100%. Yeah.
So I'm thinking about it.
There are so many games in here like that. The thing that excites me about this is that there's so many games I've never even heard of. And it's ironic because it's almost like the Twitch thing with like Amazon Prime, where you get like the 5 to 10 free games a month and you just add it to your thing, and then you get it through the Twitch app on your desktop, which that already is insane. But like this in and of itself is just like, there's so many games here. Like, I'm just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and I just see like new things upon new things. Like, oh, you want something that's anime? There's something anime. You want something that's black and white? There you go. You want something that looks like kind of like a card game? There you go, right there. I know Ant doesn't want that, but it's fine.
You're right. There's retro games, side-scrolling games, mad indies. A lot of games I remember hearing about and seeing, and I'm like, okay, I can try these games out now.
100%. So yeah,
and get a 991 others in the process.
100%. But yeah, if all you can afford to do is the 10, do that. But if you can do more, definitely add some more to the charity and pick that up. We've already got, I think, 1 or 2 people in the actual Discord who picked it up as I posted it, I think. Anna picked it up, just did this. It also has tabletop RPGs, and there's a couple others as well. So there's that. So go pick it up.
Speaking of this being a deal, I think that we should I guess I'll say this right now. I think we should add a game deals section to our Discord channel.
Yeah, that works.
There's always deals and people looking for deals, and I think that'll be a good
deals.
Right.
That's the channel name.
Deals.
That's it. It's just deals to the third power.
Just deals X3.
Hey man, that's all we got. But yeah, this section right here we will say will be where we cut to future Chris and Ant if anything happens. If not, and that doesn't happen.
Oh wait, then here's something.
Oh fuck.
EA announced that the Dead Space remake is targeting an early 2023 release date. So
I won't be playing it because it looks spooky.
So now we gotta play it.
Nope. It's past the time for the Bitch Made series. Bitch Made is the only made in October specifically.
Then we'll have to play it and slow walk it. No, I guess we can't because it doesn't come out until 2023. All right, then we just won't play it till next December. That's fine. Yeah. So I think that's the last new news thing we have.
Hell yeah. And then the question section of the podcast, and then we can wrap it up actually early. This is going to be a short episode because you're going to have to take out a portion in which you had to go sort out a delivery driver. So this is already going to be a short episode. God damn.
Already. I can't believe doesn't even feel right that we're on questions already.
I know, right?
To be fair though, I think last week a lot of time was taken up by the PlayStation event.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It still ended up coming to like the same length as a regular episode, though.
That is true. Trying to remember where we're at in the questions.
The first question was on March 10th.
If you know what it is, go ahead and read it because I'm still scrolling. I scrolled way too far up.
Our good friend CLD in the chat asks, what video game characters would you like to see crossover in a game? Mario and Sonic have their Olympic games. I'm thinking Master Chief with the Gears of War the Gears of War would cause real damage. I like that idea. Master Chief and Gears of War would be dope. Our good boy Pib Extra says, I don't know how good this would actually be, but I'm kind of into the idea of Metroid and Star Fox. Another one I like a lot. Metroid and Star Fox would be dope. Yeah, those are the only two we got in the chat. I don't know. Wait, I'm thinking.
I feel like there's some obvious ones that are just like get them out the gate. So Nathan Drake and Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, like those two in a game together is surprising that it didn't happen, in my humble opinion, or at least like I don't even know if there might have been like nods to each other. And like in the more recent games maybe, but I feel like those two kind of go hand in hand, and like their dynamic would be very cool together because they're both like the like kind of like Ryan Reynolds-esque plucky, Nathan Drake more is, and then Lara Croft, like she has her one-liners, but at the same time she has the same level of badassery, so it'd be cool to see those two going head to head both in wit and also in like their actual skill to try and get to the treasure. Whatever that may be. It would also be cool as a co-op game, kind of like Take-Two, and just like do it like split screen, and like you're competing to get to the treasure, like you're working together most of the time, but then you're also competing against each other to see who will actually get to claim the reward at the end, which would be interesting.
Idea. Yeah, I like that dynamic.
That'd be cool.
I think I'd like to see the Mario and Sonic game, I want it to be a legit AAA platformer. I don't know what the story would be, but I would like to see that. I'm trying to think of something else. I don't know how it would happen, but because they take place in two totally different worlds. But at this point, like how do you? I would like to put together Aloy and Kratos.
I would put Kratos more with the dude from Prince of Persia. Because I don't know if Aloy would make sense with Kratos.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how the worlds would work.
Yeah. But like I feel like Prince of Persia, like you could at least bullshit that where it's like it's kind of the same time period, and like Kratos goes into that world, kind of like how he's in like he went from like the Roman to the Greek and then whatever. Like, and there was like the wall with all the symbols of the others, and one of them was Egyptian, and I think Persia is Egyptian-ish, kind of, right? I think I don't want to sound racist.
No, I
don't know. World War II happened in the 80s.
Put Aloy with Link. They could have this bow and arrow off. Like they're just shooting shit back to back.
But in theory, that would actually work, though, if you think about it. Like Breath of the Wild Link.
Yeah.
Because those fucking, like the things that, what are they called? With the laser eyes?
Fuck, it's been a while now. I don't recall on the spot right now.
Those things. But the things in Breath of the Wild, like those are very Horizon-esque.
Yes.
Like their design itself is very Horizon. So I could see that being a thing where they kind of team up for some reason, or they're in different parts of the world or whatever. Because
they just happen to run into each other. But I would love to see Aloy like, Link, what should we do? And he's just like, ah! And then they just go because he has no dialogue. He just makes those Link noises.
Yeah, that's all he would do. God damn that. Do you think we ever get Link actually speaking in our lifetime?
Yes. Well, I don't know, because everybody thought he was going to speak in Breath of the Wild, and then he didn't.
Maybe in 2.
Yeah, but then how do you explain that? He can't just start talking in 2.
I mean, unless that's like a plot point and there's like a reason for him not speaking.
They would have to make it a plot point. But then that one plot point would have to explain every other. Like, why has he never spoke?
It was because Sora never unlocked the key to his door in Smash Brothers.
That sounds oddly dirty and sexual. No.
The XXX parody game of Sora and Link and their bromance butting into that one movie about cowboys, Brokeback Mountain. It's Brokeback Mountain, but with Link and with fucking...
And Link's going to climb that mountain. He can climb anything.
The mountain are just Sora's shoes.
That's same height.
Literally.
No, put fucking... Splatoon in Call of Duty. These kids are playing with paint, and these actual soldiers come out and shoot them.
That would be cool. I don't know if it would work at all. And it's kind of stupid. Take Titanfall's universe and merge it with Twisted Metal.
How do you do that?
So instead of having the Titans always, there'd also be the options for the cars on the map to like play as. So like you would still run around as your soldier, right? And you would exist as your soldier. You would have your option to have Titan, but you could also have the option to call in like a Twisted Metal car. Like you could call in Sweet Tooth, and like your option would be to like be driving around a Titan and like pretty much Star Warsing the shit and like fucking putting a rope around its leg, and then it would be hard for the Titan to kill you. Add like some sort of vehicular thing in there. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know if it would have to be Twisted Metal. I'm just thinking of that because of like the guns on the cars, and that would make sense to like still fight and drive at the same time while like competing with Titans. You could also just put Master Chief inside of the Titanfall universe, which would be pretty cool.
It would work.
Yeah,
that would work definitely.
Especially with the grappling hook now. Now that he's got that in Infinite, boom, he's ready to go.
I feel like why didn't they do that? That would work.
Yeah,
probably because it's multi-platform.
True.
But, put together Ratchet and Clank and Astrobot. They're like
Ratchet and Clank would work with like anything, like even Crash.
Yeah, Ratchet and Crash would work. Ratchet wouldn't work with like Uncharted.
I feel like that could work though on like a real funny level. Like that'd be really fun. It'd be like the live action movies that we have today of any fucking like comic or cartoon character that comes into the real world.
Yeah,
It's literally Sonic's movie, but Sonic is fucking Ratchet and the human dude from Sonic movie, which everyone knows the name of, that guy from the Sonic movie. That's Nathan Drake.
He could be at this point. He just change out
his name. Could be Nathan. His name is Drake Nathan.
It's Drake Nathan. He's Drathan Nake.
Drathan Nake. There's the podcast title.
Drathan Nake.
Oh man, Drathan Nake and Clank. I'm trying to think of who else.
I'm trying to think too.
I always look around my room as if that's gonna fucking help me, which it never does.
I'm sitting here trying to think of, all right, let's go down the list. What are all the main mascots on these systems?
Well, I mean, we got the obvious Mario and Sonic, which we got out of the way, so we could take them away.
Like
what about
Nintendo? It's Link, Mario, Kirby, Star Fox, Metroid, F-Zero.
Who could Spyro go with?
Well, he already went with Crash.
But like, what would be like a really cool co-op type game, or like a game in like the same universe with that? Like Ratchet and Clank kind of would work, but that's just like, I got one. All right.
Okay. What you got?
Going off of one of the news stories this week being Overwatch, how about Overwatch and the Borderlands universe?
I can see that.
Like, it's weird because like they're not the same style, but they're not far off from each other, where it's like they're kind of there. Like they almost have like this Pixar-esque feel in the animation style, and also the like the modeling and the way it looks. But the styles itself are very, very different, and that's evident. Right. But
I think it will be cool to see either the Overwatch characters in the Borderlands style or the Borderlands characters in the Overwatch style.
Yeah. It'd be cool to see. There's almost a part of me that's like, I don't know how I would want it. Like, I'd almost want like a Borderlands game, but with the Overwatch characters, if that makes sense. Because
I can see that, yeah.
I don't think that a Overwatch game with the Borderlands characters would do as well. In theory, like I feel like it'd be cool to see like some sort of thing where like the Borderlands people are like your like walkthrough people, or like your NPCs of the world to explain how it works to these people from Overwatch.
I like that
and
idea.
And like Overwatch agents have to come in and solve something, or like they could almost make it like a whodunit mystery type shit. And like who's siding with Talon, the bad guys in the Overwatch universe, from the actual Borderlands characters and shit, and you'd have to figure out, and then there'd be like this big blow off fight at the end that would almost be an Overwatch game in theory. Like you could play the whole thing like it's just a regular old Borderlands game, trying to figure out who done it, who's on which side, and then by the end of the game, it literally just turns into a game of Overwatch where you have to stop or cause the payload to get delivered depending on which side you join.
I think you just wrote a game and they need to pay you for it. That's what it sounds like to me.
Give me the money. Blizzard. Specifically Microsoft, maybe. But yeah, I feel like that one would work. Who would go with God of War? Like, I feel like God of War is such a specific era in time that it'd be hard to like merge Kratos with anyone else. Like, you could do maybe Assassin's Creed, and like,
what if we don't put them in a specific time period, but someone who could go to any time period? So what if you took Scorpion from Mortal Kombat and had him team up with Kratos? Think of like the Scorpion weapons, like that the get over here. Yeah, that fucking thing. with the and he has like swords and shit. Like, what if you put those two together, two badass, like no holds barred characters together in a game?
That'd be pretty cool. It would also just be cool in general because like you could almost just, if you want to base it off of the movie, which I mean wasn't that great, but like he could be the champion of the Norse world or the Greek world, and like he would get the tattoo, and like you know, and like then he would be summoned to fight or some shit.
Because Kratos was already in Mortal Kombat 10 or 9, one of them, as a PlayStation exclusive fighter. But to see them in like an epic, I think would be dope.
That'd
like
be
if
cool.
You could control Scorpion in a God of War-esque game.
Hell yeah.
I mean, he already has the backstory. Think of the movies and everything. He has the story to pull it off.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the obvious one there with Street Fighter going off, like you could put Street Fighter with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, people have wanted that for ages.
Yeah. That's just like, that's too much of a layup that I feel like it'll never happen. You know what I mean?
I think who they say tried it. I think Ed Boon from Mortal Kombat. He wanted it. He proposed it, and Capcom was like, nah. I guess they don't want to see you to rip Ryu's head off his shoulders or something.
Yeah, they're very different games, to be fair. Like, if you were going to merge Street Fighter with anything, it would probably be like Tekken. Because at least in Tekken, like, it doesn't go there like how Mortal Kombat does. But, I mean, has that ever happened? Tekken and Street Fighter?
Yes.
Okay, so, like, that makes
Street
sense.
Fighter Cross Tekken came out in, I don't remember the year. Somebody will fact check us. But it was pretty good. And they were supposed to make a Tekken Cross Street Fighter. So Street Fighter goes to the Tekken world, but it never came out because the sales for Street Fighter Cross Tekken were bad. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
All right. I got the best one for you. Ready? You take brothers versus brothers in a side-scrolling shooter / platformer.
What is
you this? Go Mario and Luigi versus Cuphead and Mugman.
What kind of game is this?
Yes. Just put them together. I don't give a fuck.
It should just be in Cuphead. It should be a Cuphead type game, but just
pretty
also
much
has Mario and Luigi in it.
100%. And like it would kind of, I think it'd be cool if it was like, I don't know if this is ahead of behind your time, but the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so we do that. So we go from the Timmy's portion, which would be the Cuphead universe that is 2D animated, and Mario and Luigi would be 2D animated, and then we would shift into the 3D animated Jimmy Neutron world of like Super Mario Maker, and Mugman and Cuphead would switch into a 3D model version, while also having them still doing their pew 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 thing.
That would be fun.
And like you could do it like 4-player co-op. You could do a 2v2 type situation, like that old Mario thing where there's like the rows and you have to like hit the pals and whatnot.
Yeah,
that could be cool.
Would be pretty good.
Yeah, and then it would just be Cuphead and Mugman versing the Mario Brothers. It's what's the better brothers? The answer is Cuphead and Mugman. I'm sorry.
You could put in that arena. Yeah, I think they would. They would win.
In theory, like Mario would have his like Mario Sunshine squirter, and then Luigi would have the vacuum probably and like project stuff out of it. But
that will work. I think you can do Mega Man and Proto Man versus Mugman and Cuphead.
That would be good. Yeah,
I think that because they're the same colors and everything, red and blue.
Has Mega Man ever been a part of Metroid? Because they're like the same character except for not.
Work. Yeah,
like they're the same character.
They both have a blaster. They both can charge.
Just one of them becomes a ball. That's it. That'd be funny if there was a game in which Mega Man could slam dunk Metroid in a ball. Well, not Metroid, Samus. And like just like slam dunk and then just like boom.
That's how they team up and defeat the final
load
boss
it into its gun. Like fastball special style, like Colossus and Wolverine. Samus just turns into a ball. Mega Man loads it into his blaster and then fires the ball.
Okay, Mega Man and Metroid have to happen now.
Yeah, that'd be some sick shit, yo. Oh,
it would
man.
really work too.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say something if we're gonna go a little less video gamey, if we're gonna go Marvel and DC. I don't even know if you can merge the Marvel stuff games right now, but like maybe a Marvel versus DC game, like take Injustice and then maybe the fighting styles of the Marvel versus Capcom games for the Marvel characters, and then merge those two together.
I'll be with that.
Yeah, and then like just make it its own thing, because I don't feel like dealing with the people that are like, is this the Spider-Man from the Insomniac universe, and or is this MCU?
Regular ass Spider-Man and put him in there, and
just say it's Spider-Man, a Spider-Man that is in the Spider-Verse of existence. That's all you need.
They're gonna do that with everyone, because then they're like, "Oh, is this the Batman? Is this the Robin? Is this his son, or is this Dick Grayson?" It's like, all right, just fucking, it's Robin.
Well, that's important. No, that is important. Because Dick Grayson Robin isn't the best Robin. The best Robin is Tim Drake's Robin, but then Damian Wayne is becoming
part of the problem.
That's not part of the problem. That's the most important part. Because Nightwing is the best. Then you got Red Hood, second best. Then you got Red Robin, all of them. Third
Just don't ask any questions.
No, you have all of them, and they're different names. Because there's Robin, who would be Damian Wayne, and then there'd be Red Robin, there'd be Red Hood, and then there'd be Nightwing.
This is what you didn't want with Spider-Man.
No, this is exactly what I wanted. They're separate characters.
I get that, but
they all held the mantle of Robin.
Okay,
but they need to be.
They only have a certain amount of slots they can put in this game. There's a Robin,
guess what?
A Red Hood, and a Nightwing. That's it.
Then you're not doing Damian Wayne. Yeah. Then you're not doing Damian Wayne. It's Tim Drake's Robin, which is the one with the belt, the really cool belt.
So how come it's okay to be this specific with Robin and not with Spider-Man?
Because it's not what universe they're from. It's just the characters inside of the universe, as opposed to like this Spider-Man from this universe. You know what I mean? Like, this is like, these are individual characters that will happen no matter what. You know what I mean?
All right. Spider-Man universe, you probably get Spider-Man, Venom, Miles, and Gwen, maybe. If you just have to have you can only have 3 to 4 characters per franchise.
Property.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who do you have that? Then yes, main Spider-Man. I wouldn't do Venom. I would do Miles, definitely, because I feel like his abilities would be different enough. And then I would do Ghost Spider as well, because I feel like that would be different enough as well. We don't need the villains per se, and then you could just choose big bad villains like.
And the only reason I picked Venom is because he was already in Marvel's Capcom.
True. Yeah. I feel like you it's one of those things where you just got to put Thanos in there. You got to put Darkseid, and then I feel like the Injustice cast itself is fine being the way it is, because like there is a decent bit of them, but like obviously don't put the DLC characters in because we don't need the Ninja Turtles. And then fucking just straight up all the Marvel characters you can toss in. Like, no offense, I don't want Iron Man, but I know we have.
You can't not have him in that.
Yeah, I don't.
Especially since he's already in Marvel's Capcom.
Iron Man is just boring Batman, and Batman is boring. So like, there you go.
They're two different. They would fight completely different. They're two different characters.
Yeah, true. Both alcoholics, though.
You should just take the suits off of them, and it's just all the
white guys.
People. It's just Peter Parker, Bruce Wayne, Tony Stark.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Well, no, Peter Parker would win because he still has the powers.
Yeah, Peter Parker is still like an actual super being.
Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't have the web, but it's fine because we're not doing no Toby natural bullshit.
What if he's the Toby one?
No. That's the incorrect one.
What about the one from the PS4, Spider-Man?
He has web shooters.
But you could still have him with nothing, and he was still like swinging.
No, he wouldn't.
What do you?
So he has web shooters on.
Okay.
The naked suit has web shooters on. He has like wrist gauntlets that shoot webs. He never has natural webs. The only suit that has natural webs is the Sam Raimi suit in that game. That is accurate.
All right.
I actually liked when they did that. I was very surprised
on this.
I've played that game too much.
No, I know. Yeah.
And that was the best skin to get, because then the best one is if you wear the birthday suit one where it's just the mask and the underwear, in the scene where you go to jump out of Mary Jane's apartment, and she's like, "Did you just leave your clothes in the kitchen?" And he's just like naked, like, "No, like, sir." It's so good. I gotta play that game again now.
Wait, no, if you put like Cyclops in there, he's obliterating shit too. He just takes his shades off and opens his eyes.
I guess. Well, they're not lasers, so they're punches. You know that, right? You know that Cyclops, they're not laser eyes. They're actually like they're force. They're not.
Well, all right. Well, either way.
Do you know that? I found that out recently. I didn't know that.
I don't understand. I don't even understand that.
So like apparently his eyes, and this is gonna sound super bullshit, and I'm gonna probably be like somewhat inaccurate with it, but it's pretty much more or less what I'm saying. So his eyes aren't like laser shooters like Superman. They are portals to a universe which is just force, and he is releasing out like kinetic energy.
That's funny to me.
Yeah, it's stupid as shit.
Maybe that's
because
why.
it is. But like it's all it is that his eyes are just releasing kinetic energy that are coming out, and when they hit someone, they hit like that. Like it's just a hit. So it's almost like you're punching someone really hard with the thing.
But then that's incredibly hard. If you think of all the fiction, the X-Men fiction, like he's like blowing things up. And
I mean, in theory, with the amount of energy that's coming out, because like it's being held back by the red quartz the whole time, and then he's just releasing it all from a portal that is from a universe that is all kinetic energy. It makes sense, but it's also like you could have just said it was laser eyes.
Yeah.
But they aren't.
Give us the childlike easy answer right there.
I need the exaggerated swagger of laser eyes, not this bullshit kinetic energy explanation.
That's Superman. So I guess Superman would be the badass with because he's putting a suit just onto him already having powers.
True. It's weird too, because like the funny thing to me is, and this is the thing that I don't like in Injustice, is that Superman has laser eyes in Injustice. And his laser eyes work as if they're Cyclops' kinetic energy eyes. And it's really annoying to me because, like, in theory, if I cut someone with my laser eyes, goodbye, arm, gone. Yeah. You know? No, it just hits them as if it's a punch. And I don't like that.
That's every game, though, because you would have no game. That means Superman couldn't be in it.
But also at the same time, he could. You could just make it so it's extremely hard to get those. And then limb loss would be a thing that you'd have to introduce to the game.
Yeah, and no one's doing all that. Like you said in the
That'd be so cool, though. But like if you added limb loss.
You can't, like, it has to just be this blanket game where you just have to.
But limb loss.
But limb loss.
Could you imagine playing as Superman and fighting Green Arrow, which is already bullshit in that game, and they had to explain it from the comics? The reason that Green Arrow is able to fight is because there was a pill that was introduced in the comic that all these superheroes took so that they were able to withstand fighting Superman, pretty much. Bad.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's bad. Anyway, but fucking imagine just being Superman and just lasering one of Green Arrow's arms off. That'd be so cool, because then you would have to program different animations and animate different animations where he's pulling down the bow with his teeth, like he does in Dark Knight Returns, the Frank Miller novel, which would be sick.
With that logic, though, you could just keep doing the lasers. And after he could just shoot your head. And
it's a limited thing. You get to do it like you have to limit it. It's like a special move type thing. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, oh yeah, you can laser off like once a fight, but you need to earn it through getting a combo breaker of X amount. There you go. Here's your limb cutter. Boom. It's like in fucking Mortal Kombat where you like low blow someone and their testicles blow up. Yeah. Like you can do that multiple times, but that's wrong.
But I'm saying with what you're saying, then that shouldn't be possible in Mortal Kombat. And if I headbutt you and your skull cracks,
that's what I'm saying. I feel like you should make that actually have consequences in the fighting games. To be fair, that would change fighting games entirely. Yes. But that's just my humble opinion. I think that'd be cool and an interesting thing to change them entirely like that, where it's like things actually matter if they happen, you know? It's like the Gargoyles show, you know? You get a cut in one episode, it's there the next episode, you know?
So competent television.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So with that, you can play Mortal Kombat round 1 fight, and he punches you into your rib cage cracks. He falls to the ground immediately, and it just says round 1 Scorpion. It's over with a 1 hit.
I think it'd be cool though if, like, say your ribs crack in round 1, then that makes you not able to do moves that require like your ribs to move like more agile movement. Like you have to stick to like close quarter combat. It wouldn't necessarily like stop you from trying to do them, but you would have to learn where it would be like, this is my combo list. This is the combos that I can do if this is damaged. This is what I can not do if it's damaged. And if you try to do a combo while like your ribs are fucked, then guess what? You're going to have a hard time doing that combo, and you're going to be a little bit slower, or you're going to flinch or something in pain. That would be cool. But I like that idea.
So
like injuring body parts. So it's in WWE. That's why it's in my brain.
Round 1 in every match then would just be a race to severely injure the person.
Yes, 100%.
These would be very short fights.
Yes, it wouldn't be short fights, it would be different fights. Because you'd have to completely relearn how to fight. Because it's not just like, oh, I'm perfectly healthy in the next round. You'd be like, I have suffered some sort of injury in the first round. It's like boxing. It's like boxing or UFC game, which are different in theory. I'm not saying all fighting games should be that. I think that there should be a fighting game.
All right, so if we go back to the original idea, so what happens when it's Superman versus Superman?
Well, I mean, in theory, the lasers wouldn't affect him the same way. Because in that wouldn't work the same way. Like it would be more like a hit to him. Because it's like, oh, I'm getting hit by this thing as opposed to that.
So
same thing for like a dark side as well.
Are we just focusing that on the attacks of the characters, or do all their characteristics come into play? Like,
I would say that it would depend character to character. Like this is like a very specific game.
This game would take a very long time to make.
But in theory, if it's being made by the people behind Marvel and the people that are making the Injustice series, which are the people who make Mortal Kombat, I feel like they could do it. In theory, with the amount of funds and resources they have, it would take a long time. And I don't think we're ever going to get a game like this, but it would be so interesting where if I fucking break your leg, guess who's not moving as fast, like in round 2, because I broke your fucking leg. It's not easy to break their leg. Like, it's not like, oh, I can just do up, B, your leg's broke. It's like you need to like weaken them and do like specific attacks to there. And then like as you like lower their vitality on that piece of their body and they're not blocking or something, and you get those hits through, that'll open up your ability to get that special move to break their leg or cut their leg off or something,
I'm kind of leaning back toward you now. I think that
just make it more real.
You have to also, if you're going to do that, you have to also add some kind of like maneuver where you can reverse all of that. Like if he's building up this meter, I should also be able to like counter or parry
100%.
and steal some of that progress from you.
Yes, 1,000%, like in WWE. Because like if you weaken someone's leg enough, then you go to do like a Boston Crab on them, they're tapping out so much quicker. It's easier for you to make them tap out because you've weakened their legs. So it's one of those things where you have to like focus what you're doing. And I kind of like that, but at the same time, I know it's not going to happen. It's fine.
Dope, though.
It'd be dope.
How does your camera look on your end?
My camera?
Yes.
On Streamlabs, it's great. On this one, it's meh.
I'm going to send you a picture right now of what I'm looking at when I look at the camera. Oh shit, you're back. Never mind. Hey. I'm still going to send you the picture of what I saw just now.
No, that's all good. But no, luckily, the camera I use on the Streamlabs is the good camera, and then I use the bad one so that you and I can have a face-to-face interaction technically.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because if I don't have that, then it's just you talking to a blank screen that says my name, which is kind of weird. But yeah, that's a good ass question. Let us know what yours is in the Discord. What would you merge together besides John, who said it already?
I think that it was CLD's question.
I know, but John said that Metroid and Star Fox.
Oh yeah. I think that's gonna work. I think that the paperwork for your game would just be so ridiculous. They'd be like, no, we're not even trying to figure this shit out. That's
it
Disney,
would be
Marvel,
a bitch.
Disney, Marvel, DC, NetherRealm.
Mm-hmm. And then any DLC character that gets added that might not be from those two characters.
Yes. And then
rosters.
You have to like also make sure that Insomniac is okay with the inclusion of this version of Spider-Man.
If it is him.
If it is him, which means you would have to talk to Sony too. And then also, I think Capcom still has the right to make those fighting games. So they have to also be okay with you. Like it's that game.
But think about it though.
Think about the possibilities.
Be so good. It would be the one fighting game where I'd be like, okay, I like this because things matter. Like I understand fighting games, every single combo and every single block matters, but it only matters for that first round. And then you come back perfectly fresh the next round, which doesn't really make sense in theory for what the context of this fight is.
Right.
And that's fine.
You just want a very contextual fighting game.
Exactly. That would be such a cool thing to have. And especially in a superhero game where that matters. And if you have like some sort of campaign where it's like, you choose to play as Spider-Man and you're making your way through this campaign with the DC characters and you're fighting against X, Y, and Z villain. And let's just say the fucking Joker throws like a bomb at you and it tears up your suit. Guess what? Your suit's going to be torn up for your next fight. Unless you go and like you fix it or some shit in like your fucking hub area. But like if you don't, guess what? Your suit's fucked up. And if you don't repair it, guess what? Your defense is a little bit lower as well.
Okay. Well, like with all of this, everything you're adding, I think that has to be the campaign mode.
Yeah, 100%.
Like everything versus mode, so you should be a little like loose on.
Well, the beauty of it is though, in versus mode, what you could do is you could make that as like the default is like with all this bullshit that I'm saying. But then you could do Smash Brothers style where you could turn it all off and you could just make it a straight fighting game like as if it was. Yeah, you could just make it that if you wanted to. And that's the beauty of it. It's like you could make this like really like down to earth actual fighting game that can also be an arcade at the same time. And then you have the people that love the arcades. You could do like your fighting game competitions and stuff, but then you could also have a separate wing of fighting game competitions that is the people that want to do it the real way as well.
This game would like Evo upside down.
Dude. And here's the thing. This is all just bullshit. I can't wait till Kev listens to this and then he just messages me and he's like, yo, shut the fuck up. This is dumb.
I will not stand for it.
I will not stand for your slander of the gamings. Here's the thing. They're great, but like they're not realistic. And that'd be cool. That'd be a cool thing. It'd be cool. I've been playing too much WWE.
Right, high. Yeah, pretty good. We managed to stretch that one question.
I know, right? And we still have one more from quite frankly in the Discord in honor of Mario Day, which was March 10th. What is your favorite Mario game?
This is not a fair question to me.
I was going to say, for you, this is hard. For me, this is not necessarily as hard, but here's the thing. Does it have to be specifically Mario?
What do you mean?
Or can Mario be in it?
Just give both answers. Give your true answer. So you need to get that Mario is in. So what's that answer? What is that?
The game that Mario is in that I would choose would be Yoshi's Island.
No, that counts as a Mario game. That counts.
Is that a Mario game?
Yes.
Because you don't play as Mario.
It's called Yoshi's Island Super Mario World 2.
Is it? For the Game Boy Advance one? The remaster?
Because it's based on the Super Nintendo one, which is called that.
But in theory, you don't play as Mario. So it's not a Mario game.
When you get the Superstar, you play as little Mario when you run around until the time runs out and you go back on Yoshi.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that part.
It's essentially a Mario game.
Yeah, but yeah. So that would be like my yes, but no. I feel like that's definitely like a slap in the face answer, like fuck you, type shit. But that game just has
people hold that game in high regard and they put it in like lists of some of the best Mario games.
It legitimately it brings back like so many good memories of like raging at a game. And then like it brought out like the completionist in me, like for like getting all the flowers, getting all the red coins and all the regular coins. And like it just was it was like the perfect game for me as a kid. especially on the Game Boy Advance with the remastered colors. It looked very vibrant. The music was also better, I've realized, because I've played the one on the Nintendo collection, and it's not bad, obviously, but like the music was definitely done a little bit better in the remaster.
It was
as well.
of its time.
Yeah. And I remember just having hours upon hours of fun with that game. If I'm talking about an actual Mario game where you play as Mario and that is the game, I would have to go with Odyssey, I think, because it's the only one that I've actually attempted to beat. I'm technically close to the end. Never finished it because here I am.
You're fucking video game edgelord. You get like right there. Don't pull the trigger.
I feel like that's not what edgelord means, but at the same time, it's definitely what edgelord means. Yeah. It's the new meaning of edgelord. Jesus Christ, we've done it. That's the podcast title, the new meaning of edgelord. What was the Nathan Drake, the new meaning of edgelord?
What?
That was the original fucking title that we talked about. Nathan Drake, or it was Drathan Nake.
Drathan Nake.
Drathan Nake, the new meaning of edgelord. There you go. There's the podcast title. But yeah, man, Mario Odyssey is like the perfect game, because while it can be kind of annoying at some points if you don't know what you're doing, you're not ever having a bad time, and it has enough like fun nods to like the old games, to like where you run into the wall and you're playing like Mario 1 for certain parts of it. And then the enemies are all cool. The texturing and like the actual look of it is great. The music is phenomenal.
Fantastic.
And yeah, overall, I would just say it's probably one of the best Marios where I've actually wanted to finish it. I've never gone out of my way to want to finish any other Mario games. This one I was like, yeah, this is one that I want to finish, but then I never did. But
gotcha.
I digress. Mario Man himself.
I don't. All right, I'm gonna have to break this up.
Which child is your favorite?
See, that's what this feels like. Because even if I break it up, it's hard, because I can be like, all right, the 2D old school Marios and all the 3D Marios, right? So if I had to break it up like that, I want to say Mario World for all the old school Mario games is the best one. But Mario 3, man, Mario 3 is fucking...
Yeah, that game is...
like...
That's the intro to the Tanuki suit, right?
Yes, that's where it was introduced. I'm going to go with Mario World. I feel horrible for like not picking Mario 3, but then I feel horrible for not picking Mario World. So I'm going to go with World, just because it took everything Mario 3 introduced and kind of like super expanded it and revolutionized it for the current, like the Super Nintendo. So I'm going to go with Mario World, because I can beat that game like once a year. Like I can just keep coming back and just playing it to completion. Nice. So in 3D Mario, Mario Odyssey, man. It's kind of like, if I pick another one, it would be for the different reasons. Like if I pick Mario 64, I'm picking that because of just what it revolutionized.
I refuse to pick that one just because of the main menu where he stretches face. I don't like it.
Listen, man, in 96, that was like, oh my goodness.
I could stretch his face. Holy shit.
You couldn't do shit like that before.
I get it, but also Jesus Christ.
That was a huge deal. So I'm not going to pick that. The only other Mario I would pick, if it wasn't Odyssey, would be Mario Galaxy. That game I remember getting on Wii, and it was another one of those games where like I had no life. I had no life. I had
Mario.
Exactly. I was sitting in my apartment, and I just played that shit. 100% of that shit. Like I just was in there.
Nice.
That was one of those games I would play. If I fall asleep on my couch, wake up, keep playing it. I don't want to do anything else. I treat it like you treated Spider-Man.
Hey, man. Treat it like it's the most important thing in the world. That's it.
Yeah. So, but I'm going to go with Odyssey because, like I said, with Super Mario World, it took everything all these 3D Marios did, and it hit its peak in its perfect form in Odyssey. Also, it was just a celebration of Mario up to that point. Like you said, you play Mario 1, it's just that whole big celebration of every game all the way up to now. And for me, growing up with that, this was like, this is the most Mario I've ever Mario'd. There's so much Mario happening.
It's crazy to think, like, what will they do next? Because I feel like Odyssey really is like the pinnacle. Like, and that's even coming from a person who's not finished it yet. Like, even not finishing it, I'm like, I don't see where they go next, because this is quite literally probably the perfect Mario game that has been made. But hey, man, we're waiting for it.
That game,
maybe
like kind of how, kind of how like I was an edgelord in Mario, because I did not want to get the final ending to that game until I went back and got everything. All 800 plus stars. It was stars in Odyssey, right? Or was it moons? No, moons was
it was a mixture of both, wasn't it? Because different worlds had different symbols. Like, there were stars, and then there was one or two that was moons, I thought.
No, I think it was moons, and then there was a star one. I think it was moons. Anyway, I haven't played in a while now.
But it had to be moons, I think.
I'm trying to picture it, and it was moons. So I'm playing that, and it was like, I'm not crossing the finish line of this game until I get it all, because it was such a celebration of Mario that it was like, when this game is over, it's over. And that's what I did, and it made the ending that much better. But man, yeah, Odyssey.
Hell yeah.
Odyssey and World.
Tell us what your favorite Mario game was in honor of Mario Day last week. We'll do it again next year, and maybe there'll be a new Mario by then. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. I'm sure they're reaching a point where they kind of have to put, like, Mario and Zelda have to make a comeback now, like 3D Mario and Zelda.
I feel like Zelda definitely does. I mean, Breath of the Wild 2 is just going to be it, but I feel like Mario, nobody's really clamoring for it at the moment, I don't think. Like, at the moment, it's like, if there wasn't a new Mario until the new movie comes out, I feel like people will be fine. Like, that's definitely where they're going to want to release it. I just hope that it's not a Mario movie in tandem with the movie.
If they do that in tandem, I just hope it's not a Mario game about the movie.
Yeah, that's going to be the worst. Like, if it's like the Ratchet and Clank one, where it's like it has cinematics from the movie in the game and shit, I'd hate it. But
I don't know if they're going to release it right next to the movie, but I could see them, like, we get like a trailer or something for it for the next game around the time the movie comes out.
That'd be nice. But yeah, man, Mario. Where it all be in, you know, fuck Pong.
We don't acknowledge Pong or Tetris. Well, no, Tetris
None of that
is
shit.
Mario.
Was it?
As far as I know, because the original Game Boy, that's the big Tetris game that everybody loved, but Mario came out before that on NES.
Well, wasn't Tetris called something different prior to that as well?
It was. If it was, I have no idea.
Yeah, I watched the history of Tetris video. Shows you how much I remembered, because I don't know at all.
So Tetris might have came out before Mario, but I don't think Tetris was commercially popularized until after Mario.
There's too much Tetris. That's all I know.
Yeah.
It was a donkey video, the Tetris video, where he talked about like the battle royale, and then he talked about the history of it. And there's just so
Tetris,
many.
There's Tetris 2. There's Hatris. There's Wordtris.
Yes, that one. That video. Oh man. But yeah, let us know what your favorite Mario game is in the Discord, as always. Hopefully we didn't have a visit from Future Ant and Chris, and this is just an actual nice, short and sweet episode this week. But if not,
I'll see. There's 3 days.
There are 3 days until the Lord speaks again, the third day and shit. But anyway.
Well said.
Yeah, you know, just mumble your way through it. Make sure you guys follow us on all of our social media at say the letter number B. Number B.
Number B.
I'm high.
Off of edgelording.
at save the letter B, the number 4 quitting on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and here on YouTube. That is the titty. Make sure to check out the merch store, savebeforequitting, fully spelled out.com, for the Titty Gang shirt and all other options of shirts like this one right here and others as well. What else is there? Join the Discord, bitch.
Discord, join the Patreon.
Yes, join the Patreon. Also, definitely follow us on Twitch. We need 2 more followers and then we could apply for affiliate.
Oh yeah, do that. Twitch.
Yeah.
Twitch.
Follow us on Twitch. We have 48 followers. We need 2 more and then we could apply. And if we apply, then we get a sub button, and then y'all motherfuckers could use your Twitch Prime subs to support us as well. There's just so many ways to just support your boys.
Support your boys.
What he said in a little bit of a horny way.
Support your boys. I'm making noise. I'm such a pimp. I should have 2 Aloys under my shoulders. Like, what up, girl? They shoot me with their arrows. Ouch. Then I'm going to be like, out, because I'd be dead after getting shot in the head with the hunter bow. I'm a hunter, yo. Remember Sean Hunter, though, from Boy Meets World? This
Fine!
That's how that rap has to end now.
I'm going to go out to the living room and be like, what the fuck did you just yell? Fine! Fucking love Hunter Matthews. Anyway.
Hunter Matthews?
Wasn't it Hunter? Is his name?
Corey Matthews and Sean Hunter.
I'm talking about his brother.
Eric Matthews.
Same thing.
Okay. You're right today? You are high.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, making sure.
To be fair, I got Hunter and then Matthews. That's just if Corey and yeah. Topanga's a thing.
She sure is. She sure is.
And while you're Hunter Matthewing, make sure that you always save before quitting.
I'm confused.
You should be. That's the correct answer. I don't know how to wrap it up. I'm just having a fever dream as of this point.
You don't know how to wrap it up? Well, I mean, your father should have told you this, but when a man and a woman love each other very much,
they take a banana and then they put a rubber glove on it and then they blow up the rubber glove and it looks like a turkey.
How do you blow up the rubber glove if it's already on the banana?
You peel the bottom of the banana and then you blow through the banana.
You know what the optics of that looks like? You blow the banana, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Sucking dicks.
All right, that's it. There's a part of me that wants you to like extend that silence for a little bit to make people think that it's really over, and then just like bass boost, sucking dicks.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh man. All right, I'm gonna stop recording. Yeah. Jesus Christ.